If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half century.
So sorry. So many people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
She posted a video sobbing. She was crying in it. She said, all my people are getting attacked, with the picture of a Mexican flag. Again, she has now taken that down. But what do you say to those who are out there saying that these are everyday people, these are families that are being attacked and dragged out of their homes? How do you respond to that?
I don't think we arrested any families. We've arrested public safety threats and national security threats, bottom line. And look, President Trump won the election on this one issue, securing our border and saving lives. What happened on our southern border last 4 years is the biggest national security threat this country's seen, at least in my lifetime, because we got over 2 million known gotaways. We got a 600% increase in sex trafficking. We got a record number of terrorists crossing the border on the terrorist watch list. We have 250,000 Americans die from fentanyl coming across the open border. We're going to do this job, and we're going to enforce the laws of this country. If they don't like it, then go to Congress and change the law. We're going to do this operational apology. We're going to make our community safer. We're going to save. Once we lock that border on continuous operation, you're going to see fentanyl deaths decrease, illegal alien crime decrease, sex trafficking decrease. It's just all for the good of this nation, and we're going to keep going. No apologies. We're moving forward.
One quick.
Where was all that fake outrage from Selena Gomez when President Obama was arresting and deporting illegal aliens by the millions when he was in office? Selena Gomez has since taken down that video because she couldn't handle being called out on her fake virtue signaling BS. But anyway, NYC ICE raids begin as the new DHS Secretary Kristi Noem is on site. Let's check it out.
15 minutes now before the hour is breaking news right now. It's happening. Kristi Noem was in New York today with ICE agents continuing their apprehension of criminal illegal aliens in major American cities. Thus far, more than 7,300 have been taken off the streets in 1 week alone. And now the focus is New York City. That's a big focus, too. Alexis McAdams on the sidewalk to tell us what's happening out there. Alexis, good morning.
Hey, Bill. Well, we've talked about it for months, the migrant crime all across the Big Apple. So now those crackdowns are here. As we speak, ICE is raiding areas specifically out in the Bronx, and they're looking to target, Bill, migrants who they say are dangerous, including a Venezuelan man who was arrested earlier this morning who they say is dangerous. Take a look here, okay? This is some of the video. These guys rolled out into the streets of New York around 3 o'clock this morning. ICE agents out there on the streets. DHS showing us this video of the suspect cuffed, taken into custody out in the Bronx. The Venezuelan migrant arrested on these charges, okay? Kidnapping, assault, and burglary. Authorities say he crossed into the U.S. illegally at some point and had a warrant for his arrest out in Colorado, so they were looking for him for quite some time. Leading the charge this morning, DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, who says she's on the ground doing exactly what President Trump promised the American people. This was a multi-agency effort, federal, state, local partners.
Kristi Noem just got sworn in over the weekend, and she's already out in the field doing work. Love it.
You name it, they're all out there. The ICE raids aim to remove violent criminals who are not supposed to be in this country in the first place. Back out here live, the raids are not just happening right here in New York City, but across the country. We've been showing it to you since the start of the administration. This is something the president said he was going to do, including a raid out in Denver. Watch. And the task force arresting 2 migrants there from Mexico who have ties to the Sinaloa and Jalisco drug cartels. 130,000 fentanyl pills found in that apartment, along with cocaine, meth, and heroin. The border czar says this is just the start of these raids. Back out here in New York, they've already...
Those are the people that were in our country that could have been taken out but we're not, because of sanctuary cities. Joe Biden not really putting effort into going after people, not pushing back at all in these sanctuary cities, I should say.
Already arrested a suspect who they say is a suspected terrorist who was hiding out in New York the other day, and they got him behind bars. So this continues as these guys are still out in the streets right now.
Well, he could go for some time, too. Alexis, thank you. Nice to see you.
That's
Alexis McAdams outside with us today.
All right, let's bring in retired NYPD Lieutenant Darren Porter.
So, if I'm sure you all remember the viral video of the TDA gang from Venezuela taking over that apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado. Well, this just came out from New York Post. Vicious TDA ringleader busted in NYC immigration raids on kidnapping warrant from Aurora, Colorado. A violent TDA ringleader wanted over the infamous caught-on-camera break-in in Aurora, Colorado was busted in the first Trump administration immigration raids in New York City on Tuesday, law enforcement sources told the Post. Anderson Zambrano Pacheco, I can't pronounce that, 25, was nabbed when heavily armed Homeland Security investigations officers stormed an apartment building in the Bronx in the early hours, sources said. The gangbanger, who sources described as a ringleader of the vicious Venezuela gang in Aurora, had a warrant out for a slew of charges, including kidnapping, burglary, and menacing in Colorado. He was allegedly among the heavily armed suspects who were caught on surveillance, forcing their way into an apartment in Colorado, just outside of Denver, Aurora, Colorado, just outside of Denver last August. So this is big news right here. This is fantastic news. This is what the people wanted to see. This is what the American people wanted. This is what 77 million people voted for, to get these violent criminals off of the streets. DHS gave an update yesterday, and 7,300 illegal aliens have been removed so far. And the majority of those are violent criminals, which is fantastic. So that is just the start of what we're seeing. And yesterday, it was actually Sunday, they arrested 956 people, illegal aliens, and Monday was about 1,200. Trump has called for that number to be about 12 to 1,500 per day, which will mean about 500,000 being arrested and deported by the end of the year. So let's check out who has been arrested and deported in these targeted arrests so far. So we have the map here, Los Angeles, we have Seattle, looks like Phoenix, Miami, all over the place. People are being targeted. And for many heinous crimes: sexual assault and rape, robbery, burglary, aggravated assault and battery, drugs and weapon offenses, domestic violence, suspected terrorists, firearms trafficking, kidnapping, vehicular manslaughter, driving while impaired, possession of an illegal substance. I mean, this is great news for the American people. I cannot say how happy I mean, just 7,300 people, 7,300 of these illegal immigrants removed is huge, because how many more crimes were these people going to commit? How many more burglaries were going to happen? How many more robberies were going to happen? How many more sexual assault and rape cases were going to happen if these people stayed in the country? And you're going to see the crime rate go down dramatically in these cities. Chicago, New York. There have even been arrests here in DFW. I'll get to that in a separate video. But the crime rate's going to go down. Traffic, for one, on the street, in the major cities, are going to decrease. You're going to have these people drunk driving all over the place, taking up traffic and whatever. We can get to more how we can get into that later on, how other ways this will impact us in a positive way. But I'm ecstatic updates on this, because it is important to see what's going on and see what could have been done under Joe Biden and what's now happening under Donald Trump. But yeah, I'm going to leave that right there. Like and subscribe. See you next time. Thank you. Take care.